presents a Kult Divinity Lost actual play of The Shunned. This actual play contains mature themes and descriptions of situations that may be disturbing. Products of the illusion, horror, and con are not suitable for anyone under the age of 18. The content warnings listed in the description are not exhaustive and may not cover all sensitive topics explored in gameplay. Listener discretion is advised. Please note that the views and opinions expressed by characters during this actual play do not necessarily reflect the views of the individual player, the Illusion Horror Con, its organizers, sponsors, or partners. For more information about the convention or any events associated with the Illusion Horror and Con, please visit our website or join us on Discord. Links are in the description. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to the Illusion Horror and Con YouTube channel, where we are playing The Shunned for Kult Divinity Lost. This is episode 5 of our series, and here are my players. So let's start with Mal. Who are you, and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Mal. You can find me in the Illusion Horror Con Discord. I'm usually in there, the chat. You just mention me and I'll pop up. I'm playing Toby Hovac, and he is currently neurotic, so he's in for a day.
Love to hear it. Valentine?
Yes, I'm Valentine, and I go by Kevin the Radio Guy on the socials. And I am playing Dwayne McLean, the corrupt police officer who is trying to figure out what the hell is going on, but maybe a little bit less neurotic than today.
For now.
For now. Fair enough.
All right. So, where we last saw you guys, you are somewhere else. You went to Seattle, and you discovered that Eric Switzer is dead in his apartment. His apartment was full of strange symbols that you've been seeing around in the vandalism report from that Dwayne's daughter is taking care of, Carol. And yeah, he is no more. You were investigating his home, and something weird happened. The apartment sort of disappeared around you. The ground fell from beneath you, and you ended up in what looked to be Patrick Wilson's bedroom in the Wilson's house. Only it was different. It was strange. There's not really any real furniture or books or posters on the wall, or even the window and the outside was not real. It's all sort of drawn in. But you did find a backpack with a gun in it, which you took the bullets out of and left in the room. You also followed the route that Patrick went on that fateful day, and you ended up at Eric Switzer's parents' house, where you found another gun, a raincoat, and Eric Switzer's mother hanging from a tree. now you're leaving the Switzer's house, and you go out through the gate, and the footpath that you were on actually leads directly to Devonsport High School, which you can see in the not so far distance. And you hear gunshots and screaming and laughter. Now, what would you two like to do?
If I remember correctly, Toby was running towards that sound. He wanted to intercept whoever is laughing.
That's right. And Dwayne, you were also running behind him, is that correct?
I was following, but I'm more interested in looking at what was going on rather than intercepting. As far as I can tell, this is some sort of a virtual reality game, and though we are both very disgusted at the prospect that we might have to shoot up virtual kids, we still don't want to shoot them up. So I'm interested in just seeing what is going on and jumping off that. I understand that Toby has his own reflexes at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So, Toby, you go into sort of military mode, I would assume, and you go running towards the danger. I'll start with you. So you run ahead. I assume that you're not really paying attention to what Dwayne is doing at this point. You're kind of focused on the school and the sounds that you're hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're running towards the school, kind of tell me what's going through your mind. What's going through Toby's mind right now?
Toby has been through a lot in the past couple of minutes, honestly, with the whole being transported to this place. I think there's just a part of him that wants to put a stop to all of this, and there's also a part of him that still has that anger at the fact of how he was treated on the way to this world and the pain he felt. And I just think he's chasing after that laughter, trying to put the blame on something, and it's mocking him basically. So he just wants to stop all of this.
I see. Okay. So you run on the footpath that leads to Devonsport High School. And you don't really see anything outside of the school. The school looks pretty similar to the way that you saw it in your world, in the real world. Except the colors are a little bit more muted. When you're running, the footpath looks like it's dirt and then it's surrounded by grass, but you don't hear any crunch of gravel. You don't hear any swishing of grass underneath your feet. All you really hear is just a thump on the ground with every footfall, and those screams and the gunshots and the laughter. We'll go back to Dwayne. So Dwayne, you are following, but a little bit more measured, a little bit more interested in what is going on. So you see the same thing. You see Devonsport High School in the distance. And with every footfall you make, there's no crunch of gravel. There's no actual sounds that correspond with where you are. What's going through your mind right now?
Oh, what's not? It's this weird state of mind when you're thinking about a lot of things and yet your head feels completely empty. Because I have questions, and although there are some answers, they are really hard to wrap my mind around. I am a little less stressed than Toby, and I don't have as much of a military training to just go into this, berserk mode as he does when he hears gunshots. So I'm trying to figure this out somehow. We are clearly not in an apartment. We are clearly not in Devonsport, at least not in a real one, I'm thinking. And I want to believe that maybe this is some sort of this weird new virtual reality game. And maybe Eric just scanned whatever was happening in the schools, maybe through cameras. Maybe he was there. He's a tech guy after all. And he's just replaying this as a movie in his head over and over again because he was so bitter about Dubois. But at the same time, the difference in sounds that we've heard in bullet holes when they reappeared makes me think that he might have just somehow hijacked a person like this. And he is actually really playing this out. It's not a movie for him. He just is doing this over and over again. And like a drug addict, he just died while doing this. And this brings up a lot of questions, from how is it even possible to what does it make us in this scenario? If there's someone already shooting there, then who are we, people with, although unloaded, but military guns? And I'm trying to think this over, and I'm trying to wrap my head around this, but this is just too surreal and eerie. I guess the feeling is that my mind just wouldn't think that way, but I feel like I have to force myself to do so, maybe out of professional courtesy, or maybe because my son is involved. So I guess it's almost like when you're trying to be a good boy for some sort of deity. You know, I'm trying to pretend to some invisible force, be it like God or my own conscience, that I'm trying to deal with this, and I'm trying to figure this out. But in reality, it's just this big empty nothingness in my head, and I'm just moving along like the footpath that was laid before me by whatever powers that be.
Okay. Yeah. Would you like to roll observe a situation?
Yes, given that I'm trying to see what's going on before acting, that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
That is a 14.
Okay. So you get to ask a question about your situation.
As I'm going to school, or maybe after I would be able to look into the window?
Sure. Yeah. You can hold off on your question until you get to the school. Just let me know when you would like to ask that question.
Yep.
Toby, since you've been running, you reached the school. I will also give you the option to observe a situation if you want to stop and assess things, or if you want to just run in, you are welcome to do that as well, but you won't get the option of observe a situation.
I will observe a situation.
Okay.
He'll probably stop quickly to see his options for entering and look around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
A 19.
Yeah. What would you like to know?
I guess what is being hidden from me?
Okay. So you don't really see anything outside of the school. All of the all of the action seems to be concentrated inside the building. There are windows to the building, but again, they look sort of flat, and there's not really any movement coming from inside of them. But as you get closer, the sounds of inside do start to get louder. So I guess what's being hidden from you is basically what exactly is happening inside. You quickly assess that you probably have to actually open the door in order to get a visual of what's going on.
Okay, so he'll just completely ignore the windows now that he knows those are flat and fake and go straight for the door.
Okay. And
He's not gonna just slam it open. He's gonna try to move his body as he opens it so that like it gives him a little bit of cover in case the shooting comes in his direction.
Okay. Good. You do have another question for whenever you want to ask one, but you can save that for a different time in the scene if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll
or ask
save
it now.
my other one.
Okay. So, Dwayne, you, again, you're coming in a little bit more calculated, less fast. So you see Toby opening the door, carefully opening the door, doing his best to avoid being in the line of fire. And he's trying to check to see what's going on inside. In addition to that, you also see a car in the parking lot. So Devonsport High School has a small parking lot in the front, only 10 or 15 spaces. There is a car. It looks incredibly dirty. It has mud all over it. The door is open and water is pouring out of the driver's side.
That is a little bit weird. Does it look this muted and undetailed like the rest of the place?
No, it doesn't. It's actually incredibly vivid. It's very, very lifelike. It's as if it's right there, actually there.
You know, the fact that Tilby looked into the window confused me because he ignored it and just went for the door. I have a tinge of curiosity, so I also kind of just give a quick look into the window, realize that it's not really working as the window should. Back off towards Toby. I don't think that he's going to hear me or at least like acknowledge me at the moment. But I do give him a loud whisper saying, "The car's real." And this is my cue to him, not only that if he wants to go there and see what the hell is going on, he could. But maybe it's just a cue that I am going to go and have a look. Don't panic if I'm not there. And I'm trying to get to the car while being as low to the ground as I can, because the windows might not be transparent and showing what's going on into school, but who knows how they react to bullets. So
Yeah.
I am getting into the car to look inside, and on my way there, I'm trying to remember whether or not this kind of car actually was found on the crime scene. Maybe it was mentioned in the report or something along those lines.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you go and take a closer look at the car. You whisper to Toby. Toby, if you briefly, glance at Dwayne when he whispers to you, you see the car now, but when you were approaching, that car wasn't there.
That makes him pause. He'll call out, I'm going in, but that car wasn't here before.
And I'm kind of patting my belt where my actual handgun was and asking, like, do you need it?
He's gonna shake his head. No, I think Toby's gonna say, no, I would feel better if you had it, especially since you're messing around with the mysterious car that popped in and out. So yeah, I'll go in. I'll be able to handle myself. I would just feel better if you were the one with the gun.
I'm just looking at him like, what do you mean? Everything's mysterious here.
That car's suspicious.
Yeah, but it makes sense. I didn't want for him to shoot the kids, even an accident, and him not having anything with bullets in sounds right.
All right. So, Toby, you go inside?
Yep.
Okay. We will get back to you in a second. Dwayne, you get closer to the car, and it is, again, incredibly dirty. It has wet mud and algae all over it. The driver's side door is open, and muddy water and sort of like not seaweed but plants that come from lakes or swamps are falling out of the driver's side door. The car is a Toyota Camry. And you see next to it, leading out, there are wet footprints that lead to the grass and then disappear.
And this is the opposite way from the way into the building, yes? Or are they just crossing towards the entrance?
You cross you cross the parking lot in order to get to the front door. So this is kind of to your right.
All right.
So in order to get much closer to it, then you do have to detour a little bit, but it's just like a veer detour.
Well, I would like to look inside the car to find anything that would hint me on who it belongs to. And I'm trying to remember if we actually fished out any drowned cars from the local water sources. What and whose it might be.
Yeah.
It was my first thought was that we found that ravine there where Eric might have been stumbled, and maybe it was filled with water back then. It was a stream, and so he drowned there. But I think I would remember that we found a car in that ravine.
You are trying to place this car, and you get closer. You look inside, and it is full of water and mud and debris. And also blood on the driver's side seat.
That's interesting. But I do not recognize the car itself, right?
When you look at it, you're racking your brain, and then it hits you. This car has nothing to do with Eric Switzer or any other case that you've worked on. This is Aaron Fuller's car.
All right. This is a little bit weird.
I would like you to do a keep it together for me, please.
Of course. Together. That's a 13.
Yeah.
Since I cannot place her into this whole ordeal with the school, I feel like it would be appropriate for me to become distracted.
Okay. Yeah. You are distracted.
Is there anything at the glove department if I reach out and open it?
You open it, and a bunch of dirty water comes rushing out. But yeah, you see typical car paperwork, registration, insurance. If you take a look at those papers, they're wet and maybe disintegrating a little bit, but they all read the name, Aaron Fuller.
This is so odd. And, I am kind of distraught, and I'm kind of scared that my own past came haunting me here. But, I don't know, something just pushes me towards switching my attention to this rather than a problem at hand. So I'm just looking at those footprints that she apparently left, and I'm going to follow them.
Okay.
Something in me tells me that I should get out a weapon, but I am just too... I'm not sure, I'm too shocked to see her somehow involved to actually think straight.
Yeah.
Did she go into the swamp with her car, or was it just a body?
You tell me.
I mean, it would have made sense if it was her car. I always assumed, actually, that Dwayne just threw the body in. This is one of the reasons why I'm asking.
Yeah.
Does it all kind of connect to each other?
The details seem to be a little mismatched with what you remember happening. But yeah. The car is real. You can touch it. It has texture. Obviously, you opened the glove compartment. You feel the water and the mud. This is one of the more real things that you've encountered in this world.
Maybe this will fall into one of the questions. Maybe it doesn't, so you tell me. But I think the thought that comes to me is directed towards that symbol and symbols that we have been seeing all over this case. And by looking at the card, do I see any of those in it or on it?
You do a cursory look at the car, and you don't see any of those symbols.
This is getting weirder and weirder, so I'll just follow the footsteps.
Okay. You follow the footsteps. Toby, you open the door of the school and you look inside. So what you see is similar to what you saw when you visited the real school. But again, colors are sort of muted. There's no real texture. It looks similar, but a little off. More importantly, though, you see people, students, teenagers, running around in the hall and screaming. And right as you enter the door, you also see the other side of the hall, the other side of the building, you see a very, very large, probably 9 or 10 foot figure wearing army fatigues and boots and shooting a gun. And he steps out, this large figure steps out of what would be Frank Dubois' classroom. And he's backing out and shooting and laughing.
Is he facing towards me?
No, he's facing towards the classroom and shooting inside of it.
Okay, because if he's not looking at me, then Toby's first instinct is going to be to try to tackle this person from behind to stop them shooting.
Okay. So I will need you to do a act under pressure to basically sneak up on him and sneak up on him before he sees you.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Full success. Okay. So the scene is a little chaotic. There are students seemingly coming from nowhere. Some come out, some leave. leave classrooms. Some are leaving what you know to be the bathroom. Some kind of just look to appear out of nowhere and just start running. And then they go back into other rooms or the bathroom or disappear. It's just kind of students crossing each other and screams. But you are very good at this. You start to sneak up, and you sneak up behind this incredibly large figure, and you try to tackle him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have you do a violence roll to see if you can do this.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. All right.
60.
Tell me what this looks like.
Well, I think first he takes off, not running exactly because he's trying to sneak up on this person, but he's like weaving in between running students to get towards this figure. And as soon as he's behind him, he throws his weight forward into the middle of the person's back, trying to get them to fall, basically. Like he wants to make sure that he's on top of them when he takes them down and they're like on their stomach.
Okay. So you do this. You are a good little soldier. You execute this maneuver flawlessly. You are able to get him on his belly, make him fall, get him on his belly, and you're trying to restrain him, like put his arms behind his back, and yeah, okay. Yeah, he falls hard to the ground. This guy, this is a very large person. This is very, very, this is maybe a little weird for you, just because, I mean, you've probably had to spar with some big guys, but this is crazy. He is incredibly big. But you get him on the ground and you get his arm behind him. And he starts to laugh. We've got a feisty one here. Well. And then he starts to sniff. I didn't make you. You're new here. Let me get a good look at you. He's not fighting very hard. He's just kind of laughing.
So I think with the hand that doesn't have his hand behind his back, I'm gonna try to reach up and grab the hood of he's wearing the jacket, right?
He's wearing he's wearing army fatigues, and then he has the yellow raincoat.
I'm gonna just try to snatch the hood down because I want to look at him too. I also want to get a look at him.
Yeah. You do that. And I mean, you can see the side of his face as he's laying down. And it's Eric Switzer. But not exactly a caricature of Eric Switzer, but his features are relatively exaggerated to make them look more sinister and scary. Now, tell me who you are and how you got here. I didn't create you. You are new. What are you doing here?
Toby's not in the mood. He's just gonna try to press down harder. He's like, don't worry about who I am. What we need to be worried about is this sick fucking fantasy you keep playing out night after night.
You know, you're fun. You're a fun little addition to my world, but I must warn you, this is my world. You have no control here.
Is that what this is about, control? Because I've seen you in the real world, honey. You're not 9 foot tall.
Underneath him, he just starts to... He's bursting laughing. Just uncontrollably laughing.
I think I'm going to use my question. I think I'll use, 1 second. What can I use to my advantage?
So what is your goal here? And I can tell you what an advantage might be to reach that goal.
I guess something to use against him because he's laughing and Eric he really wants to sweep the world from underneath this person right now. He wants to hurt him in some way, even if it's not physically, if it's emotionally. He just wants to get this person to stop laughing because this isn't funny. He wants to harm him in some type of way.
Okay. So, what you could use to your advantage. You look at him. You look at his face, his features. You look into his eyes. Again, he can't really look. He can't see you watching him because his face is on the ground and you're out of his peripheral vision. His eyes are dead. His face is incredibly emotive. He has a lot. His face is so exaggerated, and he is smiling and laughing, but not in the eyes. And you get the feeling that he might be stuck here. And so you might be able to hurt him psychologically with information that you have from outside of this world.
So as he keeps on laughing and I see that look in his eye, Toby's gonna tilt his head and he's just gonna say, how do you plan to control anything in this world? You're dead outside. You're not controlling the keyboard anymore. That's how we got here.
Not dead. Very alive. Look at me. I am very alive. Very, very alive. I am God here. And you can hear you struck a chord with him. And now he's starting to struggle. And I will give you this information. Now that he's starting to struggle, you do realize that he is incredibly strong. And so if you try to keep a hold of him, you're probably not going to be able to. He is probably going to be able to throw you off quite easily.
Then I will try to I'm gonna try to get up and get away from him. Is there any way I can do that while grabbing the gun he may have dropped when I tackled him? Because I just want to try to jump up and grab it as I'm jumping up away from him.
So you had two very successful rolls in a row. So I think you'll be able to grab his gun as you stand up. And if you do that, you do that right as he's about to try to throw you off. And you are able to sort of you're able to get up with the gun and stand next to him. And then he does some sort of weird, otherworldly maneuver and gets to his feet almost without even jumping. It's just he kind of is able to stand up. And he sort of kneels to get to eye level with you. He says, not dead. Not dead. I am God. Did she send you here? I can smell her on you.
She who?
She who? She who? You know she who? Grace. Grace is magic, and Grace is wonderful. Grace, did Grace send me a new toy to play with?
Do I know a Grace?
We're gonna let that question hold for now, and we're gonna go back to Dwayne. Dwayne, you are following the footsteps. And when I say footsteps, these are bare footprints in water and mud. And again, they lead to the edge of the parking lot that goes into grass. And in this area, it's not forest area, it's mostly open grass, but there are some trees out in sporadic areas, some large trees. What are you doing? You don't see any more footprints once it gets to the grass area, unfortunately. But what do you do?
Well, they did follow a certain trajectory, I assume. So I can probably figure out where exactly she was going and go into roughly that direction. And if not, then as I'm stepping on the grass and going carefully, because I'm going to be honest, this scares me shitless. But I expect for this movement to go about in a more sneaky manner and the grass to kind of crunch and shuffle underneath my feet, but it doesn't because it's not the real grass. And I'm thinking that even if I don't see any footprints, because since the grass isn't real and the water is, if anything, I could just reach down and start touching the floor and figure out where exactly those footprints were heading by touch.
Okay.
If it comes to that, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I'm trying to follow the general trajectory of her path. She must have been heading somewhere.
The path of the footprints actually leads to a large tree. And you step on the grass and start walking in that general direction. And as you approach it, like you said, there's no grass sounds as you're walking. Your footsteps just make a dull thud sound. You hear a watery, guttural gurgling coming from behind the tree.
Aaron?
A hand, a bloated, discolored, disgusting hand, reaches around the tree and a leg, again bloated, skin sort of looks like it's starting to slough off. It looks like there's bites from fish or other animals. And the rest of her steps out from behind the tree. From her mouth is coming just water and dirt. The rest of her is incredibly bloated. Her clothing is tight against her skin because it's so swollen. Her hair is stringy and sticking to her face, and it has algae and some other, foliage and animals in it. And she starts to talk to you, but it's guttural. Yeah.
Do you think maybe another keep it together is in order?
Probably, yeah. I would assume so. We can do that before she starts talking to you.
That is bad. At 12.
Okay.
I think I was already scared, so I can't be scared again. Unless the conditions heal with each
right.
session.
You can clear conditions from the last session. Or clear any condition that you don't want to use now.
All right, then it's absolutely scared. I think I was scared before I even saw her, but now it's just absolutely terrified.
So she tries to speak, but as she does, it's even more water and dirt comes out of her mouth and nose. And you just hear, I tried, McLean. And she starts to step towards you.
And I'm starting to step back. I feel like I should do something about this. I'm not even sure why I followed. Maybe some semblance of consciousness kind of lingers, and I'm trying to set things right for once. But there's no setting this right. And I'm backing away and saying, Erin, you're haunting the wrong person. You know that, don't you?
She looks at you and she tilts her head a bit, maybe squints her eyes. Her face is incredibly bloated and discolored, and the water pouring out of, her mouth and nose is it distorts her features, but you see a look that is just incredulous towards you. And she's still walking towards you. Her steps are uneasy, and it's sort of a hobble more than a walk. And after her look of incredulous, she laughs a little bit. You guess it's a laugh. The water sort of spurts out of her mouth, and she laughs and coughs. And then the water stops. I'm haunting the wrong person?
You know I didn't want this. What other choice did I have? I did everything to let you go in peace. You know that if I wouldn't have done this, someone else would. And I'm continuing to back off, but, not in a fast manner, just to keep the same distance between us. It is sort of to maybe signify that I'm not trying to run away, that I'm trying to talk without it turning violent again.
Okay. You are backing up, and she's still coming towards you. You do recognize that you have stepped back onto the parking lot pavement, quote unquote.
And all this time, as I'm backing away from her and thinking that she's haunting me here, I cannot but think back to actually Toby and thinking that if she's here, maybe Ken is here. And if she kills me right now, I won't be able to tell Toby that.
Dwayne, you are an asshole.
We can agree at that.
Did you even tell my family that I'm dead?
I didn't.
No funeral, no burial. My poor fucking parents just think that I'm fucking gone. And when she says that, she spits out more dirt and water, and some of it hits you in the face. It smells like rot and decay.
You know that if I tell them, they will start digging, and they will dig towards this woman, and she will kill them too.
Or they'll figure out what you did. And then your perfect fucking little life is down the tube. Your perfect little fucking retirement. Your perfect fucking little relationship with your daughter. Your perfect little fucking life gone, and you go behind bars.
And this is where I stop backing off. And I stop, and it seems like this time she struck a nerve. Because this is when I'm starting to actually approach her, angry, pointing at her, going, perfect? You call this bullshit perfect? You think this is a perfect life when I'm on the leash of some devil woman forced to do her dirty work, killing innocent people that haunt me for 10 fucking years? I gave you all the chances to back off. It was whether you and me, or just you, and then maybe your family. You really think I wanted this? You really think I had a perfect life when some sort of fucking cunt is grabbing me by the balls every day, ready to destroy everything around? You think that if they find me and place me behind bars, they won't start digging and trying to figure out who actually ordered that? You think that your family would be safe if I tell them? The best option would have been for you to take that money that woman gave you and just move on. The second best option for you to just disappear. Your family is alive because you gave your life for this. Do you really think, knowing everything that you know about this Intel woman, that she would have let them go? Really? How fucking stupid you have to be. What better choice was there? She wouldn't have let us go.
You started to approach her, and she kept approaching you. She got very, very close to you as you were talking to her. She basically got right up to your face as you said your piece, I assume. Trying to make her understand. You can smell the skin rotting off her bones. Now that you're this close to her, you can see that her eyes are are white. There's a film on top of them. Again, the skin looks like it's hanging loose off her face. And she opens her mouth, and the smell makes you want to gag. Dwayne McLean, you can go fuck yourself. And she spits out more water in your face, and she tries to take her hands and put them around your neck. Now, we're going to leave you there for a second. Mal, are you okay?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, Toby, you are standing in front of Eric Switzer with a gun. You're asking yourself about Grace. Do I know Grace? The name doesn't sound familiar. But maybe you twist your face in a little bit of confusion when Eric talks about her, talks about Grace. And then he looks at you and smiles. Oh, you know Grace. The burned woman. The one who talks to you. Little talking in the back of your brain. Talk. Until one day, it's not talk. It screams. She screams in your head to do maybe some not so good things. But you want to, don't you? You want to do them. She makes you want to do them. And then she doesn't have to make you anymore. Then you just want to do them. You want to do them, and then you do them. And it's amazing. You've done them. You've listened to her. I can see it in your face. I can see it in your soul. She is talking to you. She's made you do something, hasn't she?
At that, Toby's gonna make a face. Yeah, she makes you do something, and then where does she go? She leaves. And she didn't send me here. She's not sending you people. She got you to do what she wanted you to do, and she left, and now you fucked up your life because you're stuck in here. Has she been talking to you since you've been in here? Lately? Since your body has stopped writing behind the screen? No. Where is she? Where is she to get you out of here?
As you pose that question, the chaos of the surroundings of the hallway have sort of diminished. There's not very many students running around anymore. There's only an occasional scream. There's a student that runs out of one of the classrooms and runs right next to Eric. He grabs this student by the neck. His hand fits around the entire neck. And he takes him like a doll and throws him on the ground. He doesn't even look when he does this. He is focused on you. You hear a crunching thud as the student hits the ground. I don't ever want to leave here. I get to kill all these people over and over and over again, forever and ever and ever. And I love it.
That boy he just slammed down, is he one of the victims that died on the actual day of the school shooting, or is he one of the ones that ran away?
You look at the face, and it doesn't look like either. It kind of looks like a generic stock photo of a student. Like, his face is now twisted in pain and death, but it's not any student that you recognize.
Yeah, I think Toby's kind of stuck on that, looking at the face, and he kind of makes like a distasteful look on his face. I mean, he's gonna just look at Eric, and this version of Eric, and just shake his head like, you're just playing at being God. I've killed before. I've enjoyed killing people before, but you're not actually killing anybody. This is play pretend. This entire world is play pretend. Nothing real is actually happening. You're not actually killing anybody. You're not the God of anybody here. What, zeros and ones?
The look on Eric's face twists into anger. And he hisses at you.
I know your mother's still alive, even though you hanged her.
I'm done playing
still alive
fucking
out there.
games. And he starts to lunge at you.
Oh, I'm gonna raise the gun I have that I took and shoot.
Okay. So I'm not going to have you roll a violence because you hit him. You shoot the gun. You know how to shoot this gun. It's easy. You start to unload this gun into Eric. And it doesn't bother him. It slows him down a little bit. But the bullets go into him. He doesn't even bleed. It's just little holes in his fatigues, in his clothing. And he grabs the gun from you and takes it away. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I think I want to get away because I understand now that the bullets won't work on him. And I guess I should have kept that in mind. Like, this is fake. Like, after seeing the NPC victim, I know this fake. This is fake. And Eric has programmed himself to be the strongest thing in here. So I'm not even gonna try to engage in combat, knowing the odds are probably stacked against me when it comes to stats. So I am going to try to turn in, run out.
Okay. So the closest exit to you would be the back door of the school. Is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So he grabs the gun basically by the muzzle and takes it from your hand. You assess the situation and you start to run out of the back. Now, it's taking him a minute to adjust the gun into a shooting position. You can avoid harm because he is going to start to shoot at you.
Okay. $15.
All right. You bob and weave. You were probably trained in the military as to how to evade gunfire, and you are able to make it to the back door.
Yeah, as soon as I'm out the back door, I'm still running, but I'm gonna start yelling out Dwayne's name just to see if I can get him to like hear me or respond back. But I'm running towards the last place that I left Dwayne, I think.
Okay. So running around to the front of the school. Okay. Dwayne, this bloated Erin Fuller, she takes her hands and she puts them around your neck, and she's trying to choke you. What would you like to do?
I think I allow her to do so for a few seconds at least.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a little bit of a catharsis for her, but maybe I am sort of punishing myself a little bit for what happened. Maybe if things were a little bit different, if she didn't trigger me like that just a moment ago, I would have just allowed her to do that. But underneath all that fear and disgust, there is a lot of anger bubbling there. And as she's trying to choke me, I sort of just gurgle her way something like, you can't answer me because you know I'm right. You fucked up. And when I start feeling that the grip is maybe a bit too tight, I reach over for my gun, not to shoot her, but just to pistol whip her.
Okay.
Over the head.
Okay. Violence, please.
Combat. There we go. That's a 5. That's a failure.
That is a failure. You reach for your gun and you grab it, but she's very, very wet. She is coughing up a lot of water. It's water and also just disgusting swamp stuff and decay. It drips down your arms and to your hands, and it's slimy and slippery. And you get a hold of your gun and it falls. And that's right around the time that you hear Toby yelling your name. And Toby, you come around the corner, or you come around the school, and you can basically see along the side of the building, and right directly at the parking lot is Dwayne and this bloated, wet, disgusting, dead woman choking him. And he has just dropped his gun. So first, Dwayne, you drop your gun. Do you try anything else?
Well, if I cannot pistol whip her with something heavier, then I will try to punch her, not as much as to do damage, but more like to shake her off myself. Mm-hmm. She might be large and bloated, but that's just a facade. She is a lady. She's smaller than me, and she's lighter than me. It shouldn't be that hard, in my mind at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You try to punch her, and since she has her arms around your neck, you don't really have a whole lot of leverage to get to her. But you are able to punch at her and make contact. When you do, the skin just sort of slimes away with your punching. She doesn't seem all that affected, at least cognitively, by the punches. You are just punching away pieces of her skin, and they're just kind of falling away in chunks. And again, she's right in your face, and she starts to vomit water again. Water and mud. And you're doing this sort of flailing with your arms, trying to get purchase on her to have her let go of you. And Toby, you see this scene happening. What are you doing?
My first thought is to get Dwayne and run out of here. So, as I approach, I am going to try to get this lady off of him, and I will be trying to hurt her. Like, I'm trying to hurt her so that she lets him go, and we can run.
Okay. So are you going to just go tackle her or punch her, or what's the plan here?
I think the plan is to not tackle her, because then I'll go down too. I think I just want to punch or like grab and throw her. Either one will work.
Okay.
Body slam.
Okay. She is not paying attention to you. She is very, very focused on Dwayne. And I will say that because you are running away very, very quickly, and you did a very nice avoid harm as well, you are able to basically run and punch her. And you do this. Dwayne, you barely recognize what's going on because you are doing your best to try to get out of her grasp. She seems to be stronger than you imagined, and the sides of your vision are starting to go dark as she's closing your airway. Toby, you come, punch her in the head. There's an explosion of decaying tissue and hair and swamp water. Dwayne, she lets go of your neck and she falls to the ground. Her head is just a mess of tissue.
I think that I fall to the ground as well, given that I've been choked, and start coughing and heaving, partially because I'm covered in that viscera and swamp water, and partially because I have just been almost choked to death. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm just kind of vaguely imagining that Toby just ran out. Maybe he saw something, maybe something happened, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even think Toby is giving you a lot of time to pull yourself together. He immediately starts trying to, like, roughly help you up. He's like, we gotta go. Fuck her, she wasn't real. Because none of this is real to him anymore except for him and Dwayne. So he's like, we gotta go.
I'm reaching around to just grab the gun just in case.
Sure.
It shouldn't have fallen away too far. But if he says that we gotta go and he sounds rather panicked, then I'll do my best without trying even to assess the situation to actually come to my senses. If he's dragging me someplace, I'm just going to move my legs that way.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to grab the gun. You get up, and you and Toby start to run away. Where are you going?
I think because Toby's trying to think of a way to get out of this game, he's gonna run to where it started, maybe run to Patrick's house and see if there's a way back to where they came from that house.
Okay.
And as they're running, he's just gonna look at Dwayne. There's Eric couldn't just die. He had to leave behind a version of himself here. It's like some type of maxed out stats version of himself that thinks it's God, basically.
And I think since I'm holding that gun, I'm just shoving it into Toby's hands and going, well, this thing's real. And as I'm coughing, I'm also remembering, like, he might be here.
As soon as he said he might be here, I just started looking around. Just my head swinging around, looking for that 9-foot figure, trying to see if he's going after us, basically.
If my past is haunting me, that maybe Ken is here as well.
What are you talking about? Don't. And now he looks like slightly angry, I think, because you brought up his brother, and we can think about that later. Right now, we just have to focus on getting out of here.
How?
Why the fuck do you think Ken would be here?
You've lost a person, you have regrets, he haunts you in a way, and so does that lady. And I'm thinking that if if Eric dragged her here, that maybe he dragged Ken as well. It's all very, I don't know, personal.
The zombie lady?
Yes.
Ken isn't fucking dead. Like, and
I
he
hope
doesn't want to
so.
hear. He doesn't want to hear it. Listen, there's no reason why he would be here. Let's just focus on getting out.
How?
Speaking of, do you know a woman named Grace? And he's just trying to turn the topic away from Ken at this point. But it is an important question. Do you know a woman named Grace?
In game, I feel like I heard that name, but I'm not sure if it was in Toby's scene or Dwayne heard it as well.
No, Dwayne, you wouldn't know any Grace.
So I shake my head.
No weird ass whispers.
I had my own weirdassery. You saw it.
Okay. I meant in general, like, have you ever heard anybody whispering your ear telling you to do something that you shouldn't be doing?
She usually calls.
Okay.
If you're asking if I was having hallucinations, I think not, assuming that this is real.
No, that's not what I'm asking. You probably haven't met her. I wouldn't expect you to have heard from her.
That's a popular name. Do you have anything else?
Just Grace and the Whispers. I think people who have met her would know.
From behind you, as you're scrambling away, you hear the boom of a door being kicked down. And you hear Eric's voice. I am God here. I did not create you. Come back. You don't know the rules. And you hear gunshots from behind you. The boom of the door being kicked, not just kicked open, but kicked off the hinges. Eric stomps out of the school and is yelling for you, shooting his gun. What would you guys like to do?
I'm asking, what the fuck is that?
I told you Eric was here. We have to run. We have to go. The gun didn't work on him. We have to go.
Do you need me to distract him while you... I don't know how to unplug the simulation, and I don't know.
I mean, the gun was from the game. Maybe your gun's real. You brought it in. Maybe that will work.
I'm shoving it into your hands again.
I'm gonna try to take a shot with that gun at Eric just to see if that has different results.
Okay. I will have you roll a violence for this, please.
Oh God.
I wanted to make sure whether or not
12.
you dragged us into the room of Patrick's where we started. Or are we
I don't think we got that far.
You haven't gotten that far yet. You are running away from the school, which I'm assuming you're running on sort of the footpath that you came here on, because that would be the way that you came.
Oh, that's... The door of the school was kicked out. I thought the door of the house.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, sorry.
The door of the school. Yep. Okay. So you got a mixed success. Yeah. You shoot the gun, and I mean you're a good shot, Toby. You get a direct hit. You see it hit basically forehead, right between the eyes. And his head flings back, and then he faces you. And there's a hole in his head where your bullet hit. And he smiles and says, "I told you I'm God here. You have no power." And he starts to shoot the gun in both of your guys' direction. Just open spray. And Toby, you get hit. Dwayne, I will ask you this. Are you in any condition to try to avoid this harm?
I think given that I'm confused and distracted, the best thing I can do is just drop to the ground, but I'm not sure if that will work.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that this is the case when my distracted would give me -2 dice because there's way too many things going on.
Yep.
I'm still at my zombie phase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll have you avoid harm with a -2 then. See if you get to the ground quick enough. Toby, tell me where you are going to receive a serious wound.
I think maybe in the shoulder of the arm that I used to shoot the gun.
Yeah. You get hit, you feel it. It feels like being shot. Toby, have you been shot before?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know the feeling. It's in a maybe it's not so painful right now since there's a lot of adrenaline and you're in a situation, but you know that will hurt later. It feels the same as whenever you were shot before, whether it be overseas or wherever. Yeah. You can't really use that arm anymore. It's a bit useless now. Dwayne,
I've got a 17, but 15 with -2.
Okay. Still a success. You hit the ground and you avoid the spray. Toby, I'll say you also hit the ground. You just hit the ground a little late. So you get hit in the shoulder. Eric is still shooting and laughing. He is throwing his head back and laughing. He doesn't seem to be paying a whole lot of attention to the two of you.
Do I still have that one question left, or was it left in the car?
You know what? I'll say you have that question. Why not? Good job remembering.
Is there anything I could use to our advantage?
So, right now you're kind of in an open field. If you can get to either some of the trees that you see sporadically placed here, or if you can get to one of the houses, or you basically need some cover. If you can get to some sort of cover, whether it be a tree or a house, then that will be incredibly helpful to you.
What's the nearest? Because I'm thinking that we should just get to the nearest cover, find the next one, get to it, and just zigzag away.
Yeah. You see some, the closest cover near you right now is a couple of trees. And you can also see that the trees start to get thicker as you move towards that forested area.
I think I would like to grab Toby by the scruff. I might accidentally grab him by the wounded shoulder. I'm sorry, Toby. And try to drag him as fast as I can towards the nearest tree, thinking that, yeah, maybe a tree line is better than the house. The house is an enclosed space, and if we get cornered, we're fucked. The forested area sounds like a better chance of survival, but not getting out.
Okay. Toby, are you allowing yourself to be pulled?
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Eric is distracted with his shooting. As long as you are able to crouch down as you run, you can get to a couple of trees and take cover behind them. And you hear Eric stop shooting and yell out, "You can't hide from me. I am God."
I can't take it. You know, I think I retaliate with a wince on my face, going, "Do you even realize how pathetic that sounds?"
Pathetic. Pathetic, pathetic. Oh, you don't like that I am God. Grace's little friend has a little friend. More toys for me to play with.
Yeah, that's what I thought, just a spoiled kid. What the fuck is Grace?
Toby does not answer that. He just looks at you like, we have to go. We don't have time for going back and forth with him anymore.
I actually look at you rather expectantly, because I feel like you have better chances to realizing how to get out of here than myself. This is some sort of technology that I am not familiar with. I have no idea how these VR things work. The best thing I can do is try to distract the guy while you try to figure it out. You're younger. I trust you.
Toby's like, that doesn't even make sense. We didn't get in here by putting the VR set on. I don't know what happened before we got teleported in here, but we didn't start a game. I don't think game logic. He's gonna
Listen.
When he says that, he's gonna pause for a second though. He's gonna be like,
Then what is it? It
he's
is a
just gonna
game. It's a
start
weird one.
calling stuff out like settings. And he's gonna look around to see if maybe a setting tab pops up for something like that. I don't know.
There must be some sort of, I don't know, dead switch, something like that.
Where do you think that
if you
would
want
be?
to quit the game for good, you can just unplug the computer.
How do we unplug the computer?
Don't know.
Do you think we can
use the thing?
Do you think we can travel in the game to where the computer would be in the game? Where he is with the computer? I'm just saying, do you think Seattle exists in this game? Or do you think there's like a boundary point that cuts off?
I don't know, but we have a car to find out.
Do we have a car?
The drowned
The
one.
one with the water leaking out?
Yes.
It works?
I don't know, but do we have other options?
The car would be behind Eric though, right?
Oh,
Because
yes.
it's back at the school.
Yep.
But we can
We would
try
have to
lure
circle.
him.
We would have to lure him out and circle around to the car.
Yep.
Okay. We can try that.
Besides, there is maybe some other way, because it kind of all seeps into the real world through the school. So maybe the point of exit might be in the school itself.
Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So what, are we going for the car or are we going for the school?
Both.
You gotta pick one and stick to the plan.
I mean, the car is at the school, so we might
But
as
it's
well
not
just try
inside
both.
the school. Okay, we'll try the car first. If that doesn't work, we'll run into the school.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I will say that I think one of you should roll for act under pressure, and the other one can roll help or hinder for this.
Mhm.
So
Also, do I take a serious room for my gunshot?
yes. Take a serious wound.
Okay. Got it.
Cool. So you guys can choose who wants to roll for the main act under pressure and who wants to roll to help.
I think that I'd rather help, given that I am very lost with Eric Zombie being in this simulation. Like, a lot of things are on my mind, and I probably don't look like I can take the lead right now.
All right.
Okay. So
Helping. Act under pressure is coolness, right?
it is coolness,
Mhm.
yes.
I had a 12, so Toby
Okay.
can take +1.
Okay.
Or rather 10, given that I'm distracted, but it's still +1.
It's a 15 with the +1.
Excellent. So that's a full success. Yeah. You tell me how you are able to get past Eric.
Yeah, I think I do what he said. I run out further to make him enter the forest, and then I just do a loop around, basically. weaving between trees as I loop around to get back in the direction of the school.
Gotcha.
I think I'd be
So-
helping by maybe taunting Eric a little bit to go after us into the woods, but not out of the woods.
Okay. Yeah. So you successfully lure him into the woods, and you two are able to circle back around and get back to the school. Now, when you get there, the car is gone, and so is the body of Aaron Fuller. It looks like it's not, neither are there anymore. There's no evidence that they were ever there. And the door to the school is no longer off of its hinges. It is back on the door, or back on its hinges, back where it's supposed to be.
One option out of the window. Good.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about the car. And I'm just gonna run into the school through the door, even if it's not off the hinges anymore. I'm just gonna try to push it open.
Yep. It is open. You both run inside?
Absolutely.
Is there still NPCs running around?
There are. It's not as chaotic as it was when you first ran in there. You do still see some of the NPCs running around.
Maybe we should run to the point where the school shooting ended. Run to where he was about to shoot Ashley, but then the cop shot him.
That was my daughter. I think I know where exactly it was, because it was my daughter. Because I was worried and I studied it, and I'm not sure if she killed people before. I assume that not. It's maybe I wanted to stay in the loop.
Yeah, that was the first time she had to use lethal force in the line of duty.
So yeah, I think I'd know exactly where it was.
Yeah. So it happened in the hallway, and it happened just a bit outside of the bathrooms. She went to go hide in the bathrooms, and then she decided to try to make a run for it, and she tripped and fell. And she was just kind of in the middle of the hallway. And when you get to that spot, you actually see a student is there. It's a girl. Doesn't look like Ashley, but she is shot in the head.
Okay.
And I'm looking at her, be like inquiringly, trying to kind of wordlessly ask, what exactly should I be looking for?
Just like maybe look for that symbol that we found written all over him. Look for anything that looks, out of place. I mean, because this is the end of the game. This should be the end of it.
Or a reset.
Or a reset, but this should be the end. So I guess look around for anything out of place here.
I will do as I'm told, looking around for anything suspicious, maybe where she fell, maybe where he was killed, for a symbol that we saw.
Okay.
Actually hoping that none of us has to get a shot to get out of here.
Okay. You look around. The body does not have any symbols. You don't really see any symbols around. It looks just kind of like a bloodbath. There's a number of students on the ground bleeding. Again, every once in a while you have a student popping out of a classroom and screaming and popping into another classroom.
Without anything even happening, they're just running around and panicking.
Yeah. Just,
So it's not even a fair game.
not particularly, no. That's what it seems to you. Sort of shooting fish in a barrel, you know?
It's not even shooting fish, it acts like it's already shot. He's not even doing anything, some god he is.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are searching around this area, you hear a noise coming from behind you in the direction of Frank Dubois' classroom.
Yeah, I would go to see what's making that noise. I think I'm on alert that maybe Eric caught up with us, but I mean, just better be safe than sorry and check regardless.
Mm-hmm. Dwayne, are you following or are you staying back?
Yeah, I think as I hear some sort of noise that is not typical for the surroundings, I would go check it out. I mean, it's weird, it's out of place. We're looking for something weird and out of place. Sounds right.
Yeah. The door of the classroom is open, and as you approach, you see inside at the front of the classroom is it's the body of an adult on the floor, and its features strongly resemble Frank Dubois, but he looks a little off. I mean, obviously he's dead on the ground. He's been shot a lot of times. There is a large pool of blood around him. His features are very exaggerated, very his face is twisted in pain. His dimensions of his body don't really quite fit with the pictures that you've seen of him. But he was not the one making the noise. You see that there is an NPC, a student, who has walked from is trying to maneuver through the bodies and the desks in the classroom, and he knocked into one of the desks as he was trying to get there, and he sees you and he squeals and says, Is he gone? Now this boy looks very generic, looks kind of like stock, generic person, a teenage boy. He's wearing his backpack. He's got jeans and a t-shirt. But he is glowing slightly. Like a pulsing glow.
You mean Eric? Is Eric gone?
And I'm elbowing Toby at that and going, he's glowing like those things that we could use glowed.
Is the bad guy gone? I don't.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Good. Good. Can I go home now?
Can you tell me your name?
Can I go home now? Can I go home now?
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
Just trying things.
You want to take us with you? Where's home?
I'd like to go home now. And he starts to walk.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah.
Good enough.
So you were kind of standing in his way. I think he brushes by you to get out of the classroom. I would like each of you to roll a keep it together, but this is not for loss of stability. So I just want to know what you roll.
Would my -2 work here as well?
The 8.
Yeah, you would still have a -2 for this.
It's 15 with -2.
Okay. Dwayne, he pushes past you and, he just goes about his way and things seem fine. Toby, when he touches you, you get this overwhelming feeling of anger. You are angry at this kid. He made fun of you. He laughed at you. He's a stupid little kid and he laughed at you. You have this overwhelming these feelings and these thoughts running through your head.
Feeling those feelings, I would try to grab him by the back of the shirt and I just want to shake him like really hard. Like, what's so fucking funny? And I'm just gonna try to grab him and shake him.
The kid just starts to scream.
He didn't say anything.
He's mocking me. He's laughing. He thinks the situation's a fucking joke.
Maybe Dwayne would have answered something, but you're angry, you're shaking the kid, you have a handgun, so he's keeping quiet.
I'm gonna when I hear this screaming, I'm gonna throw him really roughly onto the ground. The only reason I haven't tried to shoot him is because he does look like a kid. I think in my anger I wouldn't shoot a kid, but I would beat them up a little bit.
Yeah, so the kid goes to the floor and it looks like he takes a stock sort of scared look on his face. And he starts to say, "No, please don't. I just want to go home. I just want to go home." And backs away from you on his, like scooches away from you when he's on the ground.
All right. He's Toby's gonna look at him. Then get up and fucking go, but stop that laughing. It's not funny. The situation's not funny. Come on. And he's just screaming. He's just screaming at the kid at this point.
Yeah.
But I will let him get up.
Okay. Yeah, he gets up and he starts to run. As he runs, he runs towards the front of the school. You hear outside near the back door stomping. You think you're so clever, my little toys. You don't know the fucking rules. I will kill you. And I will love it. The stomping gets closer and the voice gets closer.
Yeah, I think I would continue to follow after the kid I just beat up. So I would still follow him out the school since I hear Toby, especially since I hear Eric coming in from the back. So yeah, I would go out the front with the kid.
And I'm very curious what Eric would do with the kid. Because in my head, the kid sort of glowed a little bit. Things that we could interact with glowed as well. And if Eric tries to kill the child, then maybe we should keep him safe to use later. And if he avoids killing the child, then maybe this is what we should do.
Okay. Eric bursts through the doors, the back doors, and says, "Oh, well. My toys are running away. How fun. Oh, looks like I missed one too." And he starts to pursue you down the hallway. And I think he's also just going to start shooting. Basically, anything in his path, anything, he's just doing a spray. And yeah. Toby, you are still feeling that anger, but it's starting to diminish a little bit ever since Eric came back in. Kind of feels like he's just kind of sucking the anger out of you and back into him. You even hear him saying, "Don't you dare fucking laugh at me, you little shit. Don't you dare laugh at me." And yeah, I think, well, you guys tell me what you want to do, actually. Continue to run away?
Well, if Toby's hesitating. I I think that I wouldn't even try to dodge this time. I will just endure through it. And since I'm bigger than the kid, maybe I would try to run forward, just lift him up by the scruff, and run as far as I can before dropping him outside, seeing where he goes. Because Harry doesn't have any regard to the kid, so maybe we should actually keep him safe. Or it safe.
Toby?
Now that I'm less angry and I hear Eric yelling what he's yelling, I'll probably try to help Dwayne go about getting out with the kid by starting to laugh as if I'm laughing at Eric so that his attention goes to me instead of just everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll do that as I continue to try to leave. But I'm kind of lagging a bit so they can get out before me.
Okay. You head towards the door. Dwayne, you pick up the kid and you're trying to help him along. His pulsing glow is getting brighter. It's getting faster in frequency. And you see Toby sort of fall back behind the two of you. And you get to the door. The spray of bullets is just everywhere. And Toby, you hear them whizzing by your head. You hear Eric's laughter behind you. You see Dwayne and the child get to the front door. And they're able to go outside. Do you continue to hang back? Or do you also go for the door?
As soon as I see them out the door, like they go through it, I also speed up so that I can get through. Yes.
Okay. Again, you hear the bullets hitting the wall. There's a spray of plaster and paint, and there's the scream of other NPC students behind you. There's the laughing, the incessant laughing of Eric Switzer. But you're able to get outside. The three of you are outside, and you start to run. As you continue to run away from the school, you see suddenly, coming from the field with the footpath that goes back to Eric Switzer's house and the Wilsons' house, you see a rolling fog start to come in quick, coming towards you. It's gray and it looks completely all-encompassing. It looks like it's swallowing everything in its path. Toby and Dwayne, do you continue to run towards the fog, or do you do something else?
Is
If
the
anything,
kid running towards the fog?
I think Dwayne has the kid in his arms.
Yeah, I mentioned I was going to drop him outside the school to see where he goes.
Oh, you drop him. Okay.
Yeah. But
The
if anything, the
kid,
fog is a good cover for us. So I see no reason not to go into the fog.
yeah. The kid starts to run and he runs towards the footpath, and the fog doesn't seem to be a problem for him. He just runs right into it.
Okay. Then I will follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I drop a glance at Toby and then just bolt after the kid.
Okay. You both are swallowed by this thick fog. And as soon as you enter it, you again feel the sensation of the floor falling from underneath you. You feel a little bit of sort of weightlessness,
Got
and
none
your
again.
stomach lurches up and into your throat. As you feel this sensation, the both of you hear the voice of a woman. Well, well, well. Look who we have here. You have found Eric's little place. I wasn't expecting you, but I'm glad you're here. Especially you, Toby.
Grace?
Is this your woman?
Right, Toby. This is Grace. And I'm so happy to finally meet you. And we're going to stop there for tonight. Thank you guys so much for playing, and we'll see you for the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you for GMing.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for this recorded actual play presented by the Illusion Horror and Con. We'd like to thank our game master, players, and all other contributors to this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this actual play. And let us know what you think of this episode in the Illusion Horror community spaces. Respectfully, of course. For more information, schedules, and future events, please visit our website and join our Discord server. Links are in the description. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.